First in the tank is a product that brings a little more comfort to dorm life.
Hey Sharks, I'm Brennan.
And I'm Sloan.
And today we're here seeking $100,000 in exchange for 5% of our business, Somnia Plus.
Every year, millions of college students are forced to sleep in small, uncomfortable, and outdated Twin XL beds.
Well, not anymore.
We created the Dorm Bed Expander Kit that comes with everything you need to expand the width of your Twin XL by 25%.
And that's a big upgrade, especially considering dorm beds are just 8 inches wider than a baby crib.
Just check out how easy it is to install.
First, you roll out the bed expander platform and secure it with the 10 Velcro straps.
Then add the 2 foam mattress blocks and strap on the memory foam mattress topper.
Finally, add the fitted waterproof mattress protector and custom size sheet set.
Once your kit's installed, just add your decor and you're ready to go. What makes Somnia Plus so amazing is its tool-free, quick installation process that expands your bed in minutes.
We're talking no power tools, no permanent changes, and no hassle.
With over 8 million dorm beds in the US, there's a massive opportunity here, and we'd love to tackle it with a shark in our corner.
So Sharks, who's ready to help us take Somnia Plus from a startup to a college staple?
Wow, that's just seems.
And we are back with another Shark Tank reaction video. I am your host, Dave, a 10+ year intellectual property attorney dealing with everything from copyrights, trademarks, trade secrets, as well as patents. And man, I love this idea for a number of reasons. I'll start with saying this. When you are, I was talking to a client this past week, and when you're coming up with these inventions, especially something that you're going to come out with yourself, or to the extent that you want to license it, you want to do it or create something that is, as they talked about, easy to implement. It doesn't have permanent changes, but also something that people can actually use without kind of getting in trouble by the authorities, if that makes sense. So this is essentially extending a dorm bed. And for those of you who kind of been in college in some capacity, you know how those dorm beds are extremely thin, and being able to extend it in a way that doesn't put you in trouble with the university or the college is really a game changer. As opposed to doing something that's going to be more permanent changes, the university is going to complain, so forth and so on. So I like the ideal or the product for that purpose alone. But then number two, again, for a year, I'll be willing to do this. But the good thing is you got a whole new batch of freshmen or kind of people coming in the next year, college students coming in the next year to sell it to them. So it's not like something that, okay, somebody's going to buy 1 year and then it's kind of going to be done with it. Yeah, that person may be done with it. However, you have a new batch of freshmen coming in the next year that will want this thing, and therefore you have a continuous market. So again, I love the product for a number of reasons, 2 of which I just outlined to you guys. Now, when I'm looking at these Shark Tank reaction videos, I'm actually looking for 3 things plus a bonus one. How simple is the product? As you just heard, who was it? Brendan and Sloan. Seems pretty straightforward to put together. No big tool, permanent fixtures, things of that sort. How effective is it? Now, they won't $100,000 for 5%, which is a $2 million valuation. So I would imagine that they have some sales for this. A lot of times with the effectiveness of the product, you can ascertain that by way of sales as well as the reviews. And then what's the market like? And as I just alluded to and outlined, it's not only a massive market. She talked about it being 8 million dorm beds, which is crazy. But it's a revolving door. It's not like, okay, I bought this thing once. Yeah, you probably don't have a returning customer per se from that person who bought it, but you got a new batch of returning customers that's going to come in as long as the university is in existence. And I can tell you one thing. The universities will always be in existence to some capacity. If the university is, now I'm not, I got my challenges with the education system these days and the traditional education system. But I'll tell you what, if the education system goes down the road, go down the hole as it relates to kind of traditional university and colleges, then we have a much bigger problem on our hands. So I think they have a market that, number one, is a big market, and then number 2 is an untapped market, at least from what I've seen out there. Let me know if you guys seen something that's similar to this. And then the bonus thing that I look for as being an IP attorney is, are you protecting the intellectual property? Now, Somnia Plus, they do have a trademark on that. Shouts out to that. I wonder if they have a patent on this kind of system for for a bed or for a bed frame, so to speak. So I would be interested to see whether or not they have a patent on that. I would imagine that Lori, she's going to ask on that. She's typically the one that asks about the patents And like I said, so far so good, man. I'm liking this thing. Let's see what the sales like. Let's see how the Sharks, it seemed like they were receptive to it. What this is season 17, episode 11. So we're chugging along. I think last week episode, we had 4 for 4. We went perfect 4 for 4. Shout out to Wendy's on that. Let's see if we can kind of do that again this week. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community as I pull this back up. And let's see if these two fine people get a deal. Let's go.
Seems like what a no-brainer.
Isn't it a rite of passage to live in a twin bed and when you're in college?
You kind of want them to miss home a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. How are we going to get the kids home with something this comfy and incredible? You know.
Now, is every student dorm equipped with the prison bed to start?
Yes, you are provided a standard dorm bed as well as a waterproof medical grade mattress topper.
Why did you come up with this?
So about a year into us dating, we were talking about college life, and we were laughing over the fact that these twin XL beds are so small.
So the next day, we went to Home Depot, walking around trying to get all the supplies we thought we would need to build our first prototype. Once we felt like we had the prototype down, we took it to our local college to get feedback and test it with real students. From there, we pursued a manufacturer to be able to offer this to as many students as possible.
How much does it cost?
We're $235 landed, and it retails for $699.
Oof. I mean, is that a lot for a student? I mean,
It
$700?
You would think, but students are already spending $300 to $400 on mattress toppers alone.
What are your sales?
So we launched 12 months ago, and since then we've generated $188,000 in sales and are projecting to end this year at $450,000 in revenue.
And who's doing the social media to acquire these customers?
So we turned our spare room into a dorm room setup, hired college interns to film content, and it is working. They film quick install videos over trending audios. We've had over 30 million views. We have over 65,000 followers, and virtually all of our sales come through that organic traction.
What's your customer acquisition cost?
That's about $60, and that is supported with our organic traction.
I think the reason why your sales are a little softer is the $700 price point. So take a little less margin, get it down, because if this was 400 range or whatever, I think you'd sell a ton of them.
Right, absolutely.
What about a patent? Do you have a patent on this?
Yes, we filed a utility patent last spring, and that protects both the non-wood platform as well as the adjustable foam blocks and kind of the system as a whole.
How much money have you made on the 450? Or you anticipate making?
We're anticipating making $130,000, which is 29%.
And you're not paying yourself anything?
No,
we are not.
We decided early on to keep our full-time jobs so we wouldn't be draining the business to take salaries.
Can you guys walk me through how you came up with that $2 million valuation?
Absolutely. So we did raise our first valuation at $1.3 million pre-revenue.
You raised dough on this?
We did.
How much?
$650,000.
Wow. Who from?
It was from an angel investor.
Just one.
Just one?
And what percentage of the business do they own?
They currently own 50% of the business.
Wow.
But it is important to note, we did a structured equity deal to where once we pay them back that initial investment plus 10% in simple interest, their equity stake is reduced down to 10%.
Is the angel investor your mom or your dad?
It is not, no.
Is it your mom or your dad?
That's a great question. It is my dad.
Nice try. He hung me up there for a second, hoping that I would not continue with that line of
You've effectively given
questioning.
your dad a Mr. Wonderful royalty deal. You understand that?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Brennan, I need to give you trouble here.
Yes, sir.
I really didn't like the way you handled that. I really didn't like. He asked you, is it your mom or your dad? You could have said no, but it's hers. What happened there?
You deceptive devil, you.
I wasn't trying to be deceptive. I thought he was
I'm
asking
sure
me
not.
directly.
The truth is, the most important thing is knowing that you can trust your partners. And you had the opportunity there to be very frank. And for me, that is a flag that for that reason I'm out.
Man, and I do want to stop it as Daniel goes out. I know these things get taped for over an hour long and it gets condensed down to 10 minutes. So I would imagine that it's a lot that was lost in that exchange between the two owners in the panel or the Sharks. I didn't see that being an issue. I get it. Yeah, he could have said, no, it's not my parents, it's my girlfriend or whoever's parents. But to say no and for the Shark to have to follow up and say, hey, is it your girlfriend's parents. I don't see an issue with that personally. Seems like that was a mountain out of a molehill, or a molehill out of a mountain, however that saying goes. But I do like the business, man. I do think that the customer's going to be there. It seems like they're doing this organically with some college students, so they're keeping their customer acquisition costs down. Now, I think agree with Lori, and I'm not sure if they're kind of doing this stateside or overseas. It seems like $700 or $235 seems like a lot to kind of produce this thing. I think they said that they manufacture for $235 and they're selling it for $700. Now, I don't like $235 sell or manufacturing and only selling it at $400. But if they can get their manufacturing costs down around $150 and sell this thing for $400 and still have that nice $250 margin, man, I think they will kill on this one. I love the business so far. You heard her say the magic words. They have filed for utility patent. I'm not sure if it got issued yet, but they definitely are protecting their stuff. And again, this just came from an ideal talking with your girl about kind of the dorm life and the twin beds. And okay, let's try to extend this thing. You go to your local Depot store, your hardware store, you get some stuff, come up with a prototype, and next thing you know, you're turning your spare bedroom into a set essentially. And you got a business that's generating what? Expected to generate $450,000. They have generated what, $180,000 so far. So, man, this stuff can go quick. They still have their jobs, which is a good thing until it kind of starts to being supportive. But the good thing I like about this business, you're going to have a new 8 million customers every year, at least 8 million customers. So, man, I love this thing. If they can get those manufacturing costs down, I think they have something that I can see they exiting this business for $10 to $50 million. Easy. Those are my thoughts, man. Let me know what you guys think about it as I pull it back up and see if someone else has anything to do with the deceptive quote unquote practices, which like I said, I didn't see any issue with. Let's go.
We know how it can get in the tank. And the reality is, we don't want to come in here and you guys see us as these privileged kids. We have worked our tails off on this business, just us two, working late nights, keeping our full-time jobs to be able to support this business. And we don't want that to take away from all the hard work we've done.
But explaining that would be more effective.
So I do love this idea. You've solved a problem. And that's what I love about business. When you find a product, you solve a problem. That's exactly what you did. I'm now in this stage of life where I'm thinking about my kids beyond the nest. And so as a consumer, I would buy this for my daughter because I want her to feel like home in her dorm. What I do best as far as retail is what's top of bed, what's around it, the decor, what you see visually. I just feel like this is beyond what we could do, but I will be a consumer. I will purchase this tonight. But I think for that reason, we're out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I will tell you what I think. First of all, smart product.
Yeah.
And great you have a patent pending because it's so unique and different. Best products solve a problem. They're unique and different. And if you can protect them, it's a real home run. Because the minute someone starts knocking that off, which they will, you want to be able to have some chops to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not the right product for me. So for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lori.
I'd like to make an offer if I may.
Oh, you got an offer.
Oh my God.
And Daniel are out. But Barbara is interested in Brennan and Sloane's dorm room bed extender kit, Somnia Plus.
I don't think it's overpriced because I think you can charge more because it's a one-stop solution. I would have loved to buy this for my daughter, who's 6 foot tall, by the way.
Oh, wow.
She crunches in a little bed. She would think the world of me if I gave her this instead, where she could spread out. I'm going to make an offer for $100,000 for 20%.
That's tough. Let me tell you what I'm going to do, because I look at it as a product. Your dad's very smart the way he structured his pref deal. I get it. We are both from the same DNA, I can tell you that. Say hi to him for me. So I'll make you an offer. I'll give you the $100,000 for 10% equity, and I want $100 a bed until I get back my $100K. Wait, let me. I'm not even finished. I'm not even finished. I'm not even finished. Just starting.
There's more. Wait, there's more.
And then after I get back my $100K, then it drops to $50 in perpetuity.
Run, don't walk.
It's an offer.
And we do appreciate
versus
your
giving up
offer.
20% of your company and making you minority shareholders. It's actually a better deal.
Well, Mr. Wonderful, what's tough is you taking that much margin. $100 a bed is insane.
It's only for a few orders because I want my capital back. Yeah, it doesn't stay at $100 after.
But then you want $50 in perpetuity,
counter it.
which
Bring me something interesting.
Hurt.
Let's talk about Barbara's deal for a moment.
Yeah, Barbara.
Please address me. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
That would be nice.
10, Offer 10%. That's still what $1 million. You may have to settle with 12 to 13%. That's my thoughts on this.
Well, Mr. Wonderful, thank you for your deal. We are not interested in the royalty.
Adios, Kevin.
But thank you for your
But
offer.
thank you for the offer.
That's fine. That's fine.
Barbara, we really appreciate your offer. Would you be willing to do 8%?
No way. 20% only.
Now
Wow.
you should think that through a little bit, right?
I'll walk out.
So,
I'm not
Barbara, here's the thing.
$100,000
We are
valuation.
absolutely blowing up.
Yes, I
We know
believe.
we're going to do $450,000 this year. And the next year, it's only going to continue to accelerate and be exponential. So we really do feel that a 15% for $100,000 is fair.
I have to say no.
So this is the juxtaposition between royalties versus equity, because you have to look at your terminal value. This is what I love people learn on Shark Tank. This decision's a tough one because my offer's not crazy because
It's
it's half
crazy.
the
It's
equity you're
crazy.
giving up now. It's actually less expensive. And just to make it
I give them
more interesting and
$50 and
painful
fuck
for
do it.
you, I'll drop down to 5%. My deal's at 5. Now you have a...
Mr. Wonderful, how about this? What if we were to do... Hold on.
Oh.
What if we were to do $50 a unit until you recoup your investment, and then $10 a unit from there on out?
No, I would agree it's $75 a unit
Uh-oh.
and then $15 after.
You don't want to do that purpose.
Okay, just give us one
royalty.
moment.
And only 5%.
Okay.
That's what you should be thinking
5%.
about. Yeah, that's it.
That's more reasonable, though.
Kevin, you greedy devil.
I'm a smart guy because the dad and I are the same. The dad and I are the same.
Barbara, would you be open to 17%?
17 and a half, we've got a deal.
I'm
Deal.
gonna take
You
it.
got a deal.
All right. Wow.
You really
Yes.
didn't need anybody. I didn't want to tell you that, but you really didn't need anybody.
Congratulations. You guys did a great job.
Well, hey, thank you guys so
Thank you,
much.
guys.
We were so thrilled to
Thank
be
you.
here.
Thank
And
you.
Barbara, we are so excited.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Barbara. That's exciting.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
We are so excited to be partnering with Barbara. We've seen what she's done for other brands and her ability to really accelerate growth, and we can't wait to see where Somnia Plus goes from here.
Man, shouts out to the couple. And this is why you only need one CEO, because when you have these co-CEOs and they kind of start to be not being on the same page, somebody has to be able to make the decision. You could tell he was trying to figure out Mr. Wonderful's offer, and Sloan was like, no, we're not doing that. Or you could tell she was displeased with it. Now, ultimately, they ended up going to Barbara, and you have to let me know in the comment section, do you think that they should have just walked out of there? Because I actually love the product. Again, they wanted 5%, which was a $2 million. I did think that was high. I do think 10%, around 10%, give or take a couple percentage points, would have been a little bit more reasonable. I think 17.5 is a little bit much, in my personal opinion, to give up. But again, I love the product nonetheless, and I think they're going to do big things going forward. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let's take a look at the website here really quickly before I get you guys up out of here. 1 for 1 so far, man. Sharks making deals. Somnia Plus, as seen on Shark Tank. Like I said, they do have a trademark on Somnia Plus. Man, again, I like the website. It's straightforward. It shows you exactly what it is that you're getting. Some straps, foam mattress block, a mattress topper, protector, fitted top sheet. $600 seems crazy, though. I will put Pan Penny at the bottom here if I were them. Man, this is a great product. They got the great state of Michigan in here. Okay, they have our patent pending system, gives you everything you need to expand the width of your twin, 25%. Man, I like the product, man. Shouts out to them. I'm gonna reach out to them, see if I can get them on a podcast, talk about their journey. Thank God for having parents who could just give you $650,000 to start your business. Hey, man, it must be nice. Nonetheless, like I said, this stuff can turn overnight, man. You go from kind of working in corporate America, next thing you know, you come out with a product, you do some testing, you get some patents, and voila. You have actual business that I think, like I said, easily a $10 or $50 million business long-term, given the customer base. would like to see the price point down a little bit, but the margins are pretty good. They're not spending a ton on the customer acquisition cost. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. 1 for 1 so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. See you guys next on pitch number 2. You guys take care. Peace.